Texturally, I'll use the octaves. I'll use it to kind of balls up, to beef up a single melody line. Recently I did Frankenstein here on YouTube, which is the Edgar Winter song, and when you consider heavy guitar, heavy bass, distorted keyboard, how do you kind of approximate the power of all that on a simple line, which is, you know, and on guitar you have power chords, which are chords with just the root and the fifth. There's no third, no minor or major third. And you can do power chords on the mandolin, you know, something like that. I just don't think it sounds quite the same. I tend to use octaves for something like that. So to beef up this, I would play the open bottom G. I would play the G at the 5th fret because the melody was G, B flat, which is 9th fret, F, which was a 3rd fret D string. So I would just play the octave. And so I've got this open G, I've got the G above that and the G above that. And then I'm using my hand, primarily my middle finger, to dampen the strings, to really kind of bring out the rhythm, because otherwise you've just got a bunch of ringing notes and it's hard to pick out the rhythm pattern. Another shape that you can use is one where it has a string in between. I don't use this one very often, but say like for D, you would play the 5th fret of the A string, 7th fret of the G string. You've got an open string in between that you should dampen with the meaty part behind your middle finger. But here, since it's in D, you can let the middle string ring. But I don't use that one very often. There are times in an arrangement that I will consider it if I'm trying to get a lower note, or if I want that string to ring. So again, a lot of times I'll use it to beef up single melody lines, or for texture, for approximating the sound of horns, the fuller sound of power chords. Now this is kind of a Sam Bush demonstration, and I do not play like Sam Bush, though I'd love to. But this is a song that, an arrangement that he did of Sailing Shoes, of the Little Feat song Sailing Shoes, way back on Late As Usual in the early mid-'80s. And to me, Late As Usual is the best Sam Bush album, probably one of the best Newgrass albums out there. Just a wonderful album. And in this particular arrangement, he does this funky G7 chord, which is open G, F of the A string, D string, D of the A string, B of the E string. Starts a half step below. And you can kind of see, though it's not an octave, you kind of get into that stretched out shape that we were seeing with the octaves. But and this is an example. Now what I'll do is kind of play through the verse and melody as the verse and chorus as I remember it, and then kind of show you some of the soloing stuff he would do. Again, this isn't so much a Sam Bush lesson as it is how to incorporate these octaves into a solo, and in this case kind of doing a simple melody line and really building a rhythm around the line. The rhythm becomes as much a part of the solo as does the actual melody. So we've got So at the end there, you just have the simple line, which is D, C sharp, C, B flat to B slide, G, F. But what, you take that simple line, so you put it in octaves, add the open G and D, since it's all part of the G chord. All going out of tune at the end. But hopefully there's something here that you can use, and I'll see if I can't put together some tab or diagrams of the particular shapes. Thank you.